Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'm Amanda of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we're going to be making a Christmas card, but it's a Christmas card with a difference. It gives you the ability to put a credit card style gift card inside it, like this one here. And what it does is it opens up and it has a little mechanism inside, and your gift card can just slot inside there and you have space to write. So let's get started with the card. The first thing that you're going to need are 2 pieces of patterned paper. You can use cardstock. They measure 4 inches by 5 inches. And we are going to score them. So I've got my scoreboard here, and you're going to score them at, important piece of information. If you don't manage to write down the measurements as we're going, if you're on YouTube, click the See More button and all of the measurements will be there. Or if you're on my blog, which is www.inspiringinkin.com, you'll see all the measurements there in the blog post. So back to the mechanism. This patterned paper is 4 inches by 5 inches, and you want the 4-inch piece at the top. That's really important. And then you are going to score at 1 inch, 1 3/4 inches, 2 3/4 inches, and 3.5. We're going to do the same with this one. So it's a 1 inch, 1 3/4 inches, 2 3/4 inches, and 3.5 inches. Okay, so that's all the scoring we're going to do. I've got a standard card blank, which for me is an 8-inch piece by 5 3/4, and I've scored it at 4 inches. So I'm using Cookie Cutter Christmas to decorate it, and the reindeer. And the cardstock blank is Crumb Cake, and this is Early Espresso. And I'm just going to stamp my reindeers all over the front of the card, and I'm just going off the edges as well. Don't worry if you don't quite get the images in. You'll probably find that's covered in a minute with the sentiment. So that's the front of the card. We need the inside. Oh, got 2 pieces there. The inside of the card. So this is a 3 3/4 by 5.5 inch piece. I'm just going to colour in his nose. So that's for the inside. So I need a sentiment banner and a punched out reindeer as well. Now when you're stamping the reindeer to punch him out, just make sure you stamp him upside down, because we're using the cookie cutter punch and that's the way it works with the stamp, so it just needs to be upside down. So I'm just going to punch him out. Now I really love the way this Wink of Stella, it's gold Wink of Stella, looks on the crumb cake to embellish his antlers. It's a really nice way of getting glitter onto your projects without lots of mess. And then I'm just going to do his nose as well. So we've got a little tiny bit more stamping to do. I'm going to use the reverse side of that piece of cardstock because I've just got my red ink on it. I'm going to use the Merry Christmas from this stamp set, which is called Snow Place. I'm just going to start down there. Now you can use the triple banner punch to make the flag ends, or you can do as I'm doing, which is cut down the centre and then cut to make a triangle on each side. So that is for the front. Okay, so let's just do those pieces of assembly now. So I'm just going to get my Tombow. Let's get another Tombow. This one. There we go. So that one is going just there. Now I've got ink all over my fingers, so I'm just going to use my absorber cloth, get that off my fingers, and I'm going to have to redo that. Okay. This happens. I'm sure it's happened to you before, where you've finished a project and then you put an inky finger on it. Oh, it makes it all a bit sad. But there is always more cardstock and you can just do another piece. See, it's only just taking a few seconds to do. That's there. And actually I have realised, I'll put that in first, make sure I don't get any more ink on it. And I have just realised I need to stamp on the inside here as well. So I'll just do that, and I'm actually going to stamp right near the top. And again, a little bit more Wink of Stella. On that top section there. Just flows really easily. And then colouring in his nose. Okay, so whilst I've got the glue out, I'm just going to pop a strip of patterned paper across the front. Now I've actually cut this too long. Hopefully you'll be able to see there. If ever, I'll show you this way. If ever I'm putting patterned paper or different colour cardstock on the front of a card, I always cut it too long, because even when you think you're measuring really carefully, if you're a millimetre or two out, it will look short and it won't look very good. But if you cut it deliberately too long, then all you need to do is just turn it over and trim it off, and it's exactly the same size as the piece underneath. So that's a top tip for you. And then I'm just going to trim this off and curl it just a little bit, just to give it a bit of dimension. And then my reindeer is going to go just there. So dimensionals for the reindeer. Those two. I'm just going to put that there, so you'll be able to see I'm very carefully positioning it over the little bit that I misstamped earlier. There, see, nobody will ever know. And then this piece is just going to go underneath, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit more, put a little bit of glue just there, and just pop it down, just even it up just a little bit, just there. Okay, so now let's turn our attention to the mechanism itself. So we've done all the stamping. With all your score lines, you want to reinforce them with your bone folder, and it's really, really important to make sure that you fold those creases really well. And you'll see that it actually makes an oblong. It's not square. And I want you to look at that and just to see. So you've got 2 longer sides and 2 shorter sides, and it will make an oblong. And on the inside, what you've actually got is the shorter sides are stuck together so that it's actually taller in the card rather than wider. So if we stick these together first, the easiest way to do that is to put glue onto the tiny short side and then press it down. So again, glue on this piece and then just press it down, and it'll be in the right place because of where the score lines are. Now, so those joins are going to go to the bottom, and then what you're going to do is just put them together, and this way is the correct way. So there's the short side at the top and then the longer sides. If you've got it this way, so it's wider, that's not right. Basically, the card, if you go the wider bit, the card is quite unstable, so you need them together. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that my seams are at the bottom. So we're going to put a little tiny bit of glue at each end of these 2 pieces, and then we're going to stick them together. So you're just sticking those 2 edges together so that the card will then slip inside. I seem to have lost the card. Busy crafting table, you see, everything gets buried. I will find it in a minute. Oh, it's inside the other card. So you just need to make sure that it will fit in there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have glue on one of these long sides and on the base. Okay, so we're going to put glue on the base first and position it in the correct place. So we're going to put glue there, and then I'm just making sure it's even. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it out. So, and just wiggle it so that this corner piece here matches up with your score line. And then you're just going to put glue on that long piece there. Not on the 2 short pieces because obviously they're going to be standing upright, but just on that long piece. And then you're going to fold the card down and give it a good press. Now just press it and hold it just for a second so it can grab. And then there we go, it's done. So there we have it. It will pop up with the card in. This is actually a Waitrose loyalty card, not gift card, but this principle works. So let's fold that down and up it comes. So there you have it. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed making today's Christmas pop-up gift card holder. If you would like to purchase any of the products that you've seen today, please pop over to my blog www.inspiringinkin.com, where you'll find a list of all the products used and a link to my online store. For all the measurements, either click see more if you're on YouTube underneath the video, or if you're on my blog, if you just scroll down, you'll see all the measurements there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.